Are you curious about pine bark and want to know which varieties are safe to consume? Look no further. In this video, we will unravel the mystery of pine bark, helping you distinguish between the toxic and nutritious varieties. So let's get started.
First, let's talk about toxic pine bark. Certain species, such as the yew and Norfolk Island pine, contain harmful chemicals that can cause nausea, vomiting, and other health issues. It's crucial to avoid consuming these varieties, as they can be harmful to your well-being. Now let's move on to the nutritious types of pine bark. Popular varieties like white pine and Scotch pine have been used in traditional medicine for centuries. They are rich in antioxidants, which can help fight inflammation, boost your immune system, and promote overall well-being. To identify safe and healthy pine bark, examine the color and texture. Nutritious varieties tend to have a reddish-brown color and a coarse, chunky texture. They may also have a pleasant aromatic scent, reminiscent of the forest. However, it's essential to remember that consuming pine bark should be done with caution and in moderation. Consult with a healthcare professional before incorporating pine bark into your diet, especially if you have any pre-existing medical conditions. Now that you know how to distinguish between toxic and nutritious pine bark, you're well equipped to make the right choices. Enjoy the benefits of this natural resource while staying safe. Thank you for joining us today and learning about decoding pine bark. We hope you found this information useful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Stay healthy and happy. Distinguishing truth from fiction, an essential guide. In today's world, lies and truths often intertwine, leaving us in a maze of confusion. This video will guide you on how to tell the difference. We start with the importance of critical thinking, a crucial skill to discern facts from falsehoods. It involves questioning what you hear, rather than accepting it blindly. Next, we dive into the role of research. Thorough investigation of information allows you to cross-check facts and debunk myths. The Internet is a powerful tool for research, but it also houses more than its share of untruths. Navigating this broad spectrum requires understanding reliable sources. Reliable sources are often academic, scientific, or governmental websites. They are committed to providing accurate and unbiased information. But what about social media? Reports and stories are rampant here, but their validity varies significantly. Learning to discern trustworthy sources on these platforms is essential. Even reliable sources can fall prey to bias. Recognizing bias and its impact on information presented is another vital area to explore. Bias isn't always easy to spot, though. It can hide behind seemingly objective statements or skew the presentation of facts. Learning to spot these subtle influences can help you discern the truth. Keeping an open mind is another crucial principle. By not forming an opinion immediately, you give multiple perspectives a chance. Open-mindedness, however, doesn't mean accepting everything. It's about considering different viewpoints and then making an informed decision. Also, remember that truth often lies in details. Being attentive to minutiae can help discern facts from fiction. Next, it's essential to understand the role of logic and reasoning. They help us link information and see the bigger picture. Be wary of information that plays on emotions. While powerful, these are often used to manipulate opinions. One must also acknowledge the potential for error in judgment. It's okay to reevaluate opinions when presented with new information. Lastly, remember that discerning truth from fiction is a continual journey. It's about improving how we interpret the world around us. As we conclude, remember the tools discussed: critical thinking, thorough research, understanding sources and bias, open-mindedness, attention to detail, logic, wariness of emotional appeals, and acceptance of our fallibility. By employing these tools and principles, we can become more skilled at telling the difference. It's not about answering every question, but equipping ourselves to ask the right ones. Let's journey together in our quest for truth, separating fact from fiction. one piece of information at a time. Let's become better at telling the difference. Unraveling the mysteries, how to tell the difference between pines. The world of pines is vast and varied. These majestic trees blanket forests with their green needles and offer refuge for countless creatures. But how can we tell the difference between them? The first step is observing the needles. Pine needles come in clusters on the branch. Counting these clusters can give us clues about the tree's identity. For instance, ponderosa pines typically feature clusters of 3, while eastern white pines have clusters of 5. Next, take a look at the bark. The texture and color of the bark can greatly differ between pine species. Some pines, like the Scots pine, have red-orange, flaky bark. Others, like the white bark pine, have smooth gray-white bark. The shape and size of the pine cone is another revealing element. Some pines produce small, oval pine cones, while others produce large, cylindrical ones. The jack pine, for instance, has small, curved cones. The tree's overall size and shape can assist in identification as well. Some pines, like the bristle cone, tend to be short and gnarly, while others, such as the sugar pine, can grow to be the tallest of all pines. The smells emitted by pines can also give us hints. Some, like the Monterey pine, emit a wonderful vanilla-like fragrance, particularly in warm weather. The foliage color varies between pine species too. Some have dark green needles, while others are lighter, more blue-green like the blue spruce. Pay attention to the growing environment. Certain pines prefer certain conditions. Lodgepole pines, for example, thrive in well-drained soils and sunny locations. The age of the tree can also be a factor. Young ponderosa pines, for example, have black puzzle piece bark that changes to yellow-orange plates as the tree ages. Frost resistance is another distinguishing factor. Some pines, like the Siberian pine, can withstand incredibly harsh, cold environments that others can't. Also, consider the tree's natural habitat. Learning where different species naturally grow can help you identify them when you're out and about. Examine the tree's crown. This is the upper part of the tree where the branches spread out. Some pines have a rounded crown, while others have a more flattened or irregular shape. Look for unusual characteristics. Some pines have unique elements, like the twisted needles of the loblolly pine or the purple cones of the Korean pine. Check the tree's economic use. Some pines are grown for timber, like the southern yellow pine, while others are grown for their ornamental value, like the mugo pine. The acquisition of tree identification skills takes time and patience. It's a journey of discovery that will deepen your connection with nature. As you continue to explore and learn, you'll soon be able to recognize even the most subtle differences between the pine trees. Remember, every tree has a story to tell. Even within the same species, no two trees are alike. Each one is unique, just like us. And there you have it. You're now equipped with the tools to tell the difference between pines. So next time you find yourself among these magnificent trees, you'll know just where to look. Unraveling the mysteries, how to tell the difference between pines. A journey that opens our eyes to the beautiful diversity found in nature.